This is called the generation gap.
My generation, baby.
Hello, this is Chase, co-host of Generation Gap, the show you just tuned into. Thank you. Thank you so much. This week, you'll be listening to a throwback episode. This is one of our favorites. It was featured in Vultures comedy podcast to listen to last October. We interviewed David DeLuise. That's right, David DeLuise. I know him, obviously, from Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney Channel, but you probably know him for his very long career that we get into at the beginning of the episode. We also talk about his father, Dom DeLuise. Then we play a game. What would Gen X do? I made it up. I'm very proud of this game. I was laughing out loud, or what millennials call lolling, while I was listening to it back. So it was really entertaining. I just really enjoyed re-listening to this episode. So I hope you enjoy re-listening as well, or if it's your first time hearing it, please enjoy. Leave us a review if you like, and share with your friends, and just thank you. Thank you so much to all our patrons. I never know what to call it, Patreons or patrons. But thank you so much, and thank you for listening. Enjoy the show.
My generation, baby.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Generation Gab.
With a fun dad and semi-recent grad.
Yes.
You guys got the opening down pat.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah. Every time it's been solid.
And we have a very special guest with a very special voice.
Oh, my gosh.
Who?
Yeah, where is he? He hasn't shown up yet. No, it is David DeLuise. David.
That's the crowd.
Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you.
Now, David is a dear friend of mine.
Hold on. I just have to text something. Hold on a second.
Good. You text stuff.
No. I was joking because I'm doing like old people and young
right.
people stuff.
He was doing a bit.
He has such a good voice, doesn't he?
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? One man, one rogue man, one desolate town. What is that? A loner. I haven't written any more than that.
That's good. I can write that stuff, and we can make a shit ton.
Everybody, wait. I'm gonna wait. Take two.
Okay.
Enjoy Generation Gab.
We're gonna splice
take
that and use that every...
Tingles. I'll do it better for you.
Yeah.
I'll have my agent send
Send it over to us.
So David is the son of Dom DeLuise.
Yes.
The icon and national treasure.
I'm going to keep interrupting you, but I'm going to stop it at some point. Do you know who that is?
She's never seen... You
No.
don't know who Dom is?
Wait a minute. When you guys did the Eric Stoltz thing?
Yes.
God. That was so funny to me.
And Eric is going to be a guest
now
on this show.
Now I know who he is.
Yeah, now she knows.
Now I know.
That's
you
good.
guys are educating me.
Yes. And
Yes.
you're educating us. I feel like she's teaching me more than I'm teaching her. And the stuff that she teaches me, that you teach me, is more relevant
Important.
and important.
Oh, okay.
Because our stuff is all done. Everybody's gone.
Well, can you share with me how I would know Dom DeLuise?
Yes. If you had watched any kind of film or television.
Okay.
He was big. He was like, let's go with, he was like, I don't want to say Jim Carrey, but he was in the arena of
yes.
His like counterpart, the person he worked with a lot was named Burt Reynolds.
I've heard of Burt.
And he was the biggest star in the whole world. He was like Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, everybody all rolled into one. And my dad was his kind of like offshoot funny guy that they did a lot
the
of
Robin to
movies
his
with.
Batman.
Yes.
But your dad was
Wow.
super, super funny in a way where he was beloved. Your dad when he was around, I was able to meet him back when we were first friends, and I have never seen anyone so beloved as your father. People loved him.
Yeah, he was very personable. You know,
And
was
you are
very,
too,
the guy
David.
Next door kind of.
You
Right
have
now,
that.
I
Thank
see
you,
why
John.
you are.
Yes, David is you cannot find anyone who will say anything bad about David.
I believe
ever
it.
in the world.
One, yeah,
Maybe
my ex-wife.
well, even her, well,
No.
all right.
Wait, can I go back to my dad for 2 seconds?
Yes, please.
Did you ever see Five-O Goes West, All Dogs Go to Heaven, any kind of cartoon stuff?
No.
No. Okay, well, because
Oh, right.
her
No.
generation would know.
Well,
kind
I've
the
heard
cartoon.
of All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Okay. All right.
I might have seen a clip.
The
Okay.
best film I think your dad did a lot, but I'm going to say one of my favorites is The End.
Yes, where Burt Reynolds was trying to make this movie Forever. It's a comedy about someone who's diagnosed with cancer and he has a few months to live and tries to kill himself, is put into an insane asylum where my dad is a patient who decides to help him kill himself.
He asks Dom, he says, "Okay, you kill me.
Yeah, you're my best friend.
No matter what I say, you kill me." And so then Dom,
So
the rest of the movie is trying to kill him.
So if I could only watch one Dom DeLuise movie.
That movie or
The
Fatso.
End. Okay.
What was the one in the 50s where he was really young that you showed me? Oh, God. He's at a buffet table at a party. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that was Glass Bottom Boat, one of his first big movies with Doris Day, who recently passed away. Doris Day was an actress.
I know Doris. Well, I know of her.
I realize I'm kind of like talking down to you and or belittling. I'm trying to be funny, and I there's a lot of I'm sure there's probably more people that are relevant today that I have no idea who they are.
Of course
I
there
don't know.
are.
We could
Yes.
try, but I bet you guys know them.
Well, let's move on to... Go ahead. You were going to say
I was
something.
just going to say, when my dad did that movie, The Glass Bottom Boat, he was deciding whether he should marry my mom or not. And he said to Doris Day, I'm thinking about this, and she said, go back there and you marry her. So
Doris Day. Is she your godmother?
no, actually, Anne Bancroft, who's passed away, was my godmother.
Anne Bancroft, who is
I don't know who
Google.
that is.
Google
Okay,
her.
do you know who Mel Brooks is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Graduate.
Oh, that's
she
her?
was Mrs. Robinson in
Oh,
the
of
The
course.
Graduate.
Okay.
Jennifer.
And,
No
and
way.
not only that, but that scene was based on a scene between Anne Bancroft and David.
No.
When David
No.
graduated college, she slept with him. Okay.
No. No.
Okay,
That's
just
incredible.
to remind my wife, you need to be on a microphone so we can hear you.
Okay,
So we
Jennifer
want-
just came in and
Yeah.
was very excited.
That's
that
our
Anne
producer.
Bancroft
Yeah,
is-
Jennifer's our executive producer.
And Mel Brooks was married to Anne. Anne's passed away. And my dad was in several Mel Brooks movies, one being Blazing Saddles, which my mom was in as well, and History of the World Part 1. Those are good movies to watch.
I've heard of these.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles is a great movie, but
Completely racist, sexist, and would never have been made today.
never in a million years, nor should have been.
By the way, you're about to hear a La Croix opening. No ad here, but
Yes, we're sponsored by La Croix. Are you? La Croix. No, we're not, but I'm hoping that we are.
Now we will be.
Now,
We'll send him this part.
to get to the show,
Mm-hmm.
David and I know each other from our Gen X days. We worked on a show called Jessie, starring
Mm-hmm.
Christina Applegate, which she did not know about. Which,
But I watched a clip.
yes,
which was on in between a show called Friends and
which
Frasier.
Never heard.
So, but I'm saying that because it was like that was a big deal.
No,
you could have
that's
put
what
you
you
could
were
have put
telling me.
22 minutes of a picture of an ass between Friends and Frasier, and it would have gotten huge ratings.
That's not true. Maybe something a little more interesting.
What were you going to say, Chase?
I forget. Oh, God.
Shit,
It was something good. Oh, yeah.
Friends, Frasier.
Well, what I told you at the time when you told me you were in Jesse at that spot, I said,
Right.
that's dream come true.
Yeah,
Was that
that-
not the most
But
exciting
not
thing
a lot
in the
of
world?
people knew that show. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like nowadays, even.
Right.
Like you have to say Christina Applegate, and they go, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I know her. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that. But it was huge for us because
So
we made a ton of money.
And you were brothers,
We played brothers,
and you got super close.
we got super close
Yes.
working on. Anybody who hangs out with David becomes super close to David.
It's funny, in my life, I didn't go to college. And in college, typically people meet their friends for life. But what I did was each job that I had, I would pull one, not on purpose, but I would be like, oh, there's one person from that job that I will hold
always
on to.
be friends with.
And John was that person.
And we just anyway. So, so that's the Gen X part of David's relationship to this show. David, sorry. However, the millennial connection
I know it.
for David is, Chase, you want to take it from here.
One of the top TV shows of all time, Wizards of Waverly Place.
I really like that.
Yes.
That sounds good.
I would
Yes.
say it was, if not the biggest show on Disney Channel while I was watching Disney Channel, that was the show to watch.
So you're the perfect guest for us because you connect to our
And
listeners.
I'm perhaps the biggest Disney Channel fan of all the millennials.
I'm going to just say this, David. Chase is incredibly starstruck today by you.
I'm
Yes.
such a fan of Wizards of Waverly Place that when John said this was happening,
Wow.
I've never been so excited to do the
really-
podcast.
That's sweet.
It was
I love
funny.
it.
It was funny when David was on Wizards of Waverly Place, and he and I. Our executive producer is coming into
Jennifer's
the
coming
booth.
in. Hold on. Let's get the
Okay.
mic.
All
I'm
right.
just going to add that David came to our daughter Jules' bat mitzvah and really gave her a lot of street cred with her girlfriends.
I believe
They
it.
had no idea.
I believe
that,
it.
that he was going to be there. Or she didn't even know. I mean, she's known him her whole life. Didn't know to care because Jules never watched.
Yeah,
Wizards
Jules
of
is a-
Waverly Place.
yeah.
She
Which is why she's amazing.
couldn't care less. But her friends were like, "Oh my god."
So, Chase, back to your
Okay,
point
yes.
about what a superstar David is to millennials. I remember when we would go out for lunch or whatever. And this was in the early days. This is when you were still shooting Waverly Place, or even shortly after.
Was this like 2006?
Probably
It was like 10, 11 years ago that it started.
Yes.
Yeah, so about
5 or
2000.
6 years ago, I remember we'd be out to lunch and kids would come up and they would walk up to the table and their eyes would just be wide and they would just be like, "Are you a Waverly Place?"
Oh, yeah.
You know, just like, it was like being with a Beatle. So, David, how does it feel to know that you sort of represent fatherhood, if I may tie all of this together? You represent fatherhood for millions of millennials. You're like the perfect dad. Because, right, his character was a great dad,
Great
right?
dad.
So, what is that like?
There's many thoughts that you have triggered, which is, I mean, I think that I had a really good example as to in real life from my father what kind of a good father is, and always, you know, communication and saying I love you and all that stuff. And then I became a father very young and had to kind of rise to that occasion. So
And a great dad.
Dankeschön. And I playing the dad on the show when I first signed on, because the only real big thing was like Zach and Cody and Hannah Montana, where there wasn't a huge parental aspect in those. There was
Yeah.
like
No, they're all
kinda-
single parents.
Yeah, and then I didn't think I was going to participate as much. I thought I was going to be like, I don't do that, and then at the end of the show, I told you so.
No.
But I participated, and I was, you know, in there and around that show, which was so fun. And then this is just on a human level where, you know, I've had some trying times with my own children in life where I had some times where, not that I wasn't a bad dad, but that we were going through some bumpy times in my relationship with my youngest daughter. So people are like, I wish you were my dad. You're the best dad in the whole world, let alone my own child is not speaking to me.
Yeah.
And so the kind of contrast of that was weird.
That's crazy.
And just to say
That's
something,
a very big dad thing, though, because all of Jules's friends think I'm the best dad in the world, but your own kid never does. Now, you are also the on-screen dad to one of the biggest stars in the world,
Yes.
Selena Gomez.
That's right.
She has the most Instagram followers of all time.
Yes and no. There's like they fluctuate. There's like 5 people that are like in there. But yes, I
Is
mean,
She's
Kylie
one of
Jenner
them.
one of them? Is Kylie Jenner up there?
not is
Am I up there? Am I one
All
of the
the-
three? Am I one of the top
Should
3?
we tell him?
No. I haven't checked my
No,
followers.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
She really is a wonderful person.
Tell us about what it was like to watch that happen, because I mean, how many times I can't think of some other. You're on this show with this 14-year-old, and as you're on the show, she's just exploding into this mega beyond TV, really.
Yeah, well, it was interesting because we shot the whole first season, 22 episodes in the can.
God, you made good
We were-
coin. 22. You shot 22 every season. Did
More
you
than
ever
that.
just roll around naked in your own money? I did that once for Jesse.
All I want to say is, like, I had to take a pay cut in order to do it.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
I
still
didn't
did
make-
22. Even if it's $1,000, you got 22,000, and you and I both know you got more than $1,000 plus health insurance.
I'm gonna say perception and is a good thing. So yes, I perceive that now as a good thing. At the
Yes.
time, I was like, I'm getting robbed. Like, any
Yeah,
actor,
well, you
like,
were.
I-
You were.
know.
It was the mouse. The
Well,
mouse
I've
does
always
not pay.
heard that Disney doesn't
Yeah,
pay well.
Disney. I'm gonna speak for David because he can't say anything negative because there is a movie in the works. We hear. I want to talk about that, but the Disney is. Have you ever seen the Walmart documentary where people pitch products to Walmart?
No, but I've got to see it.
Okay, it's a great documentary. Basically, Walmart says, "Okay, we're going to buy your product, but we want you to cut the cost by half." And you see the inventors go, "Yeah, Walmart's going to buy," and then they're like, "Oh, I'm not going to make very much money." And that's sort of what Disney is. They're very, very cut to the bone, which is one of the reasons that they own everything.
Yes, and they're very smart.
They're very smart.
They're smart.
Now,
They changed the model of negotiation. It used to be, I've worked my whole life to get, I'm just going to say weird numbers, like $100 an episode, which was amazing. And they would be like, here's $5 an episode. And you're like, okay, I'll go down to like 80. And they're like, here's $5. And you're like, okay, I'll go down to 50. Like, that's my, here's $5. And you're like, wait a minute. We're not doing what it used to be, which was they would come up. We would go down.
and
they would
two of the
come up.
$5 is Disneyland money.
Jennifer's
Oh,
coming
shit.
back.
Here comes our executive producer.
Here's our producer.
I just want to say that I have an event venue and I hosted a retreat for Disney, and I know this background about them, and so I negotiated it really hard because I was like, and when you do like entertainment, it takes 50 years to get paid any money, and I was like, I need this check by this date if you want to have this number of people, and they kept asking me, can you do it for this price? I'm sorry, I can't. I said, you want to know what? I have 2 women who are getting married next week who
Lesbians.
are
'Cause we're
paying
cool.
for it themselves, who send me on Venmo every week a certain amount of money because they want to be here. And they're working their ass off for a year. I'm not going to have one of the biggest corporations in the country cut me
Jesus.
down.
Oh,
I
my
said,
God.
if you want to go, I said, I've given you
You're
an
burning down my career.
I said, I've given you an extraordinary deal. I've already come down $1,500, and I can't live with myself.
They still put us
anymore.
through hell, though. I had to go on their portal and get the thing, and
Yeah,
my God,
yes.
it was a nightmare.
It wasn't.
You
but-
are empowering.
And I said to them, I know it's taking you a long time to process the check because of your portal. No one's walking into the house until I have the money. So
Because they're
let
like,
me
it's not
know.
our fault,
And they're
it's the
like, and they're like,
technical.
let me get in touch. I said, great. I understand that you have 70 people coming and you have made these plans, but I can't open the doors. Thanks so much.
I should have had Jennifer negotiate my contract.
Well-
I'm going to have Jennifer negotiate any
No,
contract
no, no.
I have.
I would not recommend it because
that's amazing.
Because she is very good at saying no, but the problem is her house is worth the money. I am replaceable. So she will negotiate down, and they'll just say, "Let's get a different John Lehr."
She's coming back.
Oh God,
She's back.
here she comes.
She's back.
Nobody is replaceable. That's the whole thing. If they want you.
Beautiful.
Nobody is replaceable because those specific things. My house isn't replaceable. If you want this, that's the cost. If they want you. But you have to be able to, A, walk away and know your worth, and also give a little, but not get fucked.
Oh my God.
I
just
love
can't.
this.
I mean, just say, I'm so sorry that
I
you're
got
unable
fucked.
to do
I got
it
fucked.
at this time.
She's got to go.
God. Jennifer, we all agree with you.
Yes.
By the way.
Yes. I'm just saying that I'm not worth it. All right. She now has a client coming in, so it's her partner, Barbara. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
Okay. Anyway, that was excellent and an excellent...
Great advice.
Yeah, great advice.
Very good advice.
So, okay, so to watch this woman, this 14-year-old child, because this is what Chase wants to hear about. I'm seeing I'm a partner.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
What was it like to watch her explode like that?
Very interesting. You never know it's going to be big, not big.
Right.
What it's going to be. Exactly.
When did you know it was going to be that she was going to be beyond
And
you?
Wizards of Waverly Place
so
said
much,
it was
Not
huge.
so much. There was a moment that I was at the Grove and I was on an escalator going down, and I was talking to my girlfriend at the time, and 2 kids in front of me recognized my voice and then turned around and were like, "Oh my God!" And then that's when I was like, "Wow, this has a wide reach." There was a moment where, okay, I knew she was a big star when we went to Puerto Rico, shot the Wizards movie, which was one of the highly, most high watched things ever.
Yes.
Not like people got high and watched them, like the ratings were high. But
some people probably got high.
we got back from Puerto Rico. My house had been flooded. I redid it.
I remember that. That was horrible.
It was horrible. But I put a screening room in my house with all the insurance money, and I said, "Hey, do you guys want to come over to?"
That's Jennifer's
them
client.
coming over.
There
That's
they go.
Selena Gomez, come
we
on
put
in.
that in.
Yeah, that was
I
put in
asked
post.
them. I said, "Do you guys want to come over to the house?" And her stepdad said, "You have to talk to the assistant and make an appointment." And I was like, "Oh, it's over." So I was like, I'll never invite them again because I'm not that person.
Right.
I'm not going to
talk to
try
their
to get in
agent.
But
there.
her life had become so big.
Oh, I love that. She said, talk to her agents. I had to call her agent to get her to come to my house for dinner.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pointing
So,
at all those
David,
things.
you should know something about Chase. Chase is going to be a star, in my opinion. And
Says John.
I think, and that's why I'm doing this podcast, is to sort of just exploit that talent.
That's what I did with Selena.
Right. That's what I was trying to get at. What can I do as the leech who's riding her coattails as the older dude? Do you have any recommendations on how to ride her,
Get her
rising
into a
star?
contract where any production or show she does, she has to
have me.
utilize you.
That's a
Done.
good idea.
Done.
Okay, she said it.
I think
She
vice
said it.
versa.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
hey,
I
listen,
think you're the one that's getting the
that's
TV
already
shows.
happening.
But it's funny because I'll tweet something or Instagram something about Selena or David Henry or something, or I saw Jake the other day, and we sent a picture out, and I'll get on my stuff. I'll get 5,000 hits. When I post something with them, I'll get 35,000.
Yeah, you will.
And so every once in a while, I post something, and someone's like, "That dad, he was great until he started using their celebrity
Oh,
to get."
boy.
I was
Give
like,
us a
"Oh."
break. Hell
You're-
yes, we're using them. Can you get Selena on this
The
show?
one thing I haven't been able to do is turn that into some kind of monetary thing. Like everybody
It's not who you are. I don't think you have it in you.
to sell out.
Yeah. I don't think, you've tried. I've tried. We've tried together. But, I don't know. You got to be able to there's a sociopathy that you have to have, I think, to fully do that.
To
Use somebody.
like the Kardashian. Use someone.
Use them in order for your own personal gain.
No, I'm just talking about. Hold on, let me take a sip of my La Croix here. Hold on, it's delicious. TM.
So bubbly.
Chase,
Just the right amount of flavor.
No, but so what is it that where do you see yourself in 5 years? What is it that you want to be doing?
I don't have 5. 2. 2 years.
We've got 2 years. I would want to be doing a stand-up special and waiter number 2 on any Netflix show.
No.
In 2
no.
years?
In 2 years?
Okay,
I
the
want you
lead.
to have a
That should be in
state.
a month.
Okay,
now.
I
in a
want
month.
her
Come on.
to be starring in a show that's improvised, a single camera improvised sitcom
see, I need to
that
have more
involves
faith in
singing,
myself.
dancing, because she can sing and
Triple
dance
threat,
too. She
triple
is.
threat.
See, this is my Selena right here.
I mean, that needs to be on a shirt.
Sing something, Chase. Give him something. He can get us Can you get her on
you
a
know what I'm
duet
gonna
with
do?
your Selena?
I can't even get Selena on the phone. Are you kidding me?
I want to be the dad on Wizardly Waverly Place.
Let's get a duet
do
with
you
me
really,
and Selena.
Do you do the singing?
Yes, she's a good singer.
Oh, I mean, I'm not
Yes.
pursuing singing.
But
I
she's
was,
a great
I
singer.
was a musical theater person.
She can dance.
and did some off-Broadway stuff. but
She can
So
improvise.
it's like one day
and she can act.
I saw him there.
Yeah.
He was with such long hair.
yes,
Why are we saying this to each other?
Do it now. I don't know how.
yes, you guys have done it.
At me that way.
Where is she? When will? No. See, it's so funny that I'm singing. I'm not a singer. I'm totally tone deaf. But I sing to my fiance, and she loves it.
Like you sing like that.
Bed.
Sometimes I do that. I just make up songs and stuff.
Now she's German. Do you ever play like the SS officer and the Jew?
No, and I have to say something
Okay.
that it's really interesting because I hope I don't offend people when I say this, but everybody goes, "Oh, she's German. Where are your papers?" Right? So for
Well,
her,
it's not our fault.
no, but it's a thing where I had to explain to my friends, like, you don't know it, but that's offensive.
I feel like that's a Gen X thing, Chase. That our friends don't understand that. I feel like that millennials would not do that as much.
Well, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But is that just me, or is it all millennials?
Would Selena do that?
No,
See.
I don't think. I think
wouldn't.
it's our age does that because we did and it was okay. It's the same thing where Blazing Saddles was okay to put
right,
out.
right.
You know?
You're
Yep.
right.
And that
now
kind of
it's
thing.
wrong.
But now it's not so much that it's wrong. It's just not considerate of that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But
The whole PC thing that we're all struggling with.
yeah.
You know, and nobody knows how to behave, and even if you want to, you got to be, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult when you're raised a certain way. Where a guy who's been raised watching Blazing Saddles, now is because all of that is a part of you, and the Me Too movement as well. I mean, as a man. As a Gen X man in the Me Too movement is and as a support, I'd like to think of myself as a feminist, supportive, ally.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think you both are.
But it's tough. It's you don't know because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Yeah, like I mean, I will go with I worked with, as I know it's okay to say, a little person on a movie. And it's like what the PC words go in waves as to what you're allowed to say and what you're not
You're
allowed
right.
to
Yeah,
say,
it's ever changing.
When I was a kid, it was different than now.
Yeah, dwarf
No.
or no.
Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, because you're
Midget?
Midget, right?
That's
Midget
what
used
they,
to be.
Yeah, that's what. And now,
You know what I
longer.
just saw heard on the radio was "Short People Got No Reason" by Randy Newman.
Amazing.
Amazing that song was out.
Do you know who Randy Newman is?
No, she doesn't know.
Is it bad that I want to ask? Because when
Yeah.
you said the Eric Stoltz thing, I just was like, I can't imagine how there's this we've gone away.
I know. We're old, dude. We're old.
Randy Newman, I know how she's gonna. You know, Toy Story.
Yes.
He did all the music for that.
Oh, you've got a friend.
Yes. He also sang a song called "Short People Got No Reason to Live."
And
That was
also
a song.
L.A. The L.A. song.
Oh, yeah.
We love it.
We love L.A. He sings that. But he sang "Short People Have No Reason. They got no reason to live."
Disney's kind of doesn't promote that one.
No, that one. I was
That one's
I was
old.
shocked when I heard it because he got.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah.
I talked to someone not so long ago because I was like, okay, I'm going to do this and then that and then that's going to happen, you know? And I was thinking in a linear sense. And then she said, why don't you do all these things at the same time? And that never dawned on me.
Yeah, that's
To
That's a
just do
millennial
all those-
mindset.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
She was older than I was. But
Oh,
she,
never mind.
But no, it is. I think that per my daughter, like she's directing, she's working at a gallery, she's in a band. My oldest daughter is in Diva and the Pearly Gates.
nice.
We've
she's
got
playing
it.
guitar.
We'll put a link.
Yeah, we will. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put a link
How
in
do
our
we do that?
description.
How do we
Yeah.
put the link in?
Don't worry about it.
I don't use my computer anymore. I use my phone. I stopped. I realized what gives me more stress than anything, and it's that fucking circular ball while I'm waiting for
Hi.
something to open. So I stopped using my computer. I know that's weird, but
This brings me to
Yes,
I
but
did-
It's our special guest.
I did
show.
have a few like fun questions to
let's
ask.
do
yeah.
these. Let's do these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Chase.
it like a rapid fire thing?
It's a new game. I think I want to title it WWGD. What would Gen X do?
Oh.
Okay.
WWGED. Gen X do.
Or GXD.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. Right.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right.
We'll work on the title.
Yeah.
So, okay.
GXD.
You want to catch up with an old friend.
Okay.
Wait, am I telling you what I would do in my life or what I think?
What you would do.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Ready.
want to catch up with an old friend. How do you reach out?
Text.
Phone call.
Okay.
But-
My answer would be
but I would-
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
How do you
An
know?
old friend.
Here's my question. How do you know when somebody's messaged you on Instagram?
You have to have notifications on, which I don't because I
Well,
get
no,
so many.
it pops up. There's a little message box, and it says 1, 2, 3. How many messages you have?
Where will you show me after this where
yeah,
that is?
yeah, it's in the
Okay.
corner.
Oh, geez.
I'm sure you have tons.
I'm actually a
I
little
don't
surprised
want.
by that.
There are too many ways for people to get a hold of me.
Well, listen, I want to say this. I would text that person to set up a when can we talk. A straight up phone call now is almost rude.
It's scary.
What?
You don't know
it's
what they're
not.
gonna
It's
say.
personal. It's like, hey.
No, but when you're communicating with someone text wise,
Yeah.
you here's the thing. If I call my daughter,
Right.
right, or an old friend,
Yes.
if I don't text them to figure out a time to talk, then I have to leave a voicemail, which takes too much time. Then they have to listen to it, and no one listens to the voicemail. They just see that you called, and you've wasted the time to leave the voicemail now.
But what if I'm
Right?
driving?
Yes, 100%.
When I'm driving, I don't want to text them. Oh, Jesus. It's too hard.
No, I think most Gen Xers would say
Call.
call is the answer.
If it's an old friend
I
that I
think
haven't
you're
talked
enlightened.
Thank
If it's
you.
an old friend that I haven't talked to in a long time, I would email first.
Email. That's another great answer. I would never do
laughed
that.
at me. She laughed at me.
I thought you guys were going to say Facebook. So
Oh.
I'm not. Hey, I'm
And you're
ahead of
not
time.
on.
I'm off Facebook.
You're off.
I stopped,
I hate Facebook. I'm
Mainly-
only on it to promote stuff.
mainly because I
Hey,
don't want to
Facebook.
talk to old friends.
Sorry, guys. It's true. I do like communicating with fans of
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah,
and
but only
stuff. I
old
love
people.
that.
Only old people use Facebook now.
Right.
Young people don't. They might have it, but it would be only for the same kind of thing that you do.
We should be Instagramming live from now on because that'll post
Okay.
it on Facebook. Let's do that next week.
Okay,
All
great.
right.
You need a new outfit.
Hmm.
Now what?
Get a job, and
Go
then
to-
they give you free clothes.
Go to the Gap. I go to the mall.
One
I go to
hundred
the mall.
percent. I went to the Nike store to buy a pair of workout shorts. It was $85. I walked across to the Gap. They were having a sale for $85, maybe a little more. I got 3 workout pants, 2 shirts, sweatpants, and some socks.
If I'm getting workout shorts, David, I go to used clothing.
Yeah.
I go to the the Salvation Army.
Yeah, that's what
Salvation
Yeah,
Army.
because some homeless guy died in
Oh,
some
yeah.
workout shorts,
This
and they
is a
peeled them
thrift
off
store.
them, and they washed them, and they sold them.
Nordstrom's off the rack is great.
She bought this outfit she's wearing for $4.
Thrift store. You're right. Yeah.
Thrift store.
Thrift store
But-
is very in.
But the answer that
The Gap.
the Gap and get a job.
The Gap. Although the last clothes I bought were in Mallorca at Zara.
And I think millennials.
I have a good life. That's a good life.
I think millennials would say online.
Yeah, but how do you know if they fit? And then you have to send them back.
It's just everyone shops online now.
But you have to send so much. My daughter shops online, and I'm constantly having to send stuff back
You send it back.
Well, but they don't worry about. They don't care about sending.
because I do it.
Yeah. Except, well, there's that. But my oldest daughter does go to thrift stores and stuff, and there was a place where you could buy weight by weight. like jet rag at Sunday morning. They just throw stuff out, but she would buy 30 pieces, pick out like 4 different outfits from it, and then I would have to
Bring it all back.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Chase,
interesting.
you have that service. What's that service?
Newly.
Newly.
You would think we were sponsored by Newly, too.
Yeah. Newly is a service where they send you stuff.
You pick out what you want online. They send it to you. You have it for a month. You send it back. You pick out new clothes, and you just keep getting a new wardrobe.
Oh, it's like the handbag thing. Like you could get a handbag, a really nice handbag.
You're just
for
renting
a
it,
month.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like a leasing of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is smart because the turnover is high.
Yeah. Yeah. A few more. You are going on a trip to Austin, Texas.
Why?
Why
You've-
are we going? Why? What are we doing?
Is
Okay,
it
we'll
don't go
change
that
it.
way.
Because if it's South by Southwest, I'm not going unless I get
we're
paid.
gonna
That's a
change it.
nightmare.
I'm so sorry. You're going to Bali.
Oh.
Okay, you're going to
Why?
Bali.
I just want
Done.
to stay home.
No, Bali's good.
No, the flight. I don't want to do it. Am I
I
going
love
by
flying.
myself?
How about this? You're going out of town and you're
I
excited
think these
about
are
it.
moot
Okay.
points.
All right. All right. All right.
You want to find out the 5 best things to do in said city. Where do you go
I
for
call
that information?
Yulia, and I ask her, and then she tells me.
Mm-hmm. I would ask
She's
somebody
so
who went to
good.
Bali.
Yeah,
So
she's
you
so good at that.
you personally ask someone that
I mean,
you
I know I could Google what are the funnest things to do in Bali, which I would do that too. But those are now all, they don't give you good information because everybody's hip to that and it's sponsored stuff.
Yeah.
What's the right answer?
Well, for me, I would go to YouTube and search 5 best things to do, and
Oh, YouTube.
they have like little vlogs for every city.
I do go to YouTube for this. I don't know how to plug in a thing.
Yes.
I don't know how to open a
Yes.
thing, which I'm realizing now, and I was actually going to ask you this. I'm uploading to prove that I've been in a relationship because we have to do a green card situation and all that to a thing called Dropbox.
Yes,
Oh,
of
boy.
course.
And I somehow uploaded 25,000 photos by accident to my Dropbox.
Is it public? Do people have them?
No,
Are you
but
sure?
I'm sharing it with Yulia and our immigration attorney, and I need to delete those photos,
Oh,
and
boy.
that's something I would do. Either ask a friend,
Okay.
or I would put
YouTube
in,
it.
how do you YouTube it? How do you do this? And then you get people like, my name's Bill. And
Yeah.
sometimes people have a problem with Dropbox.
This is it.
So
this
I'm
is
gonna
a
show you.
Yeah, this is a how-to video on
And they
how
have
to lose
millions of views.
views.
It's crazy.
I like those guys.
So I would go to that, but not for trip stuff.
Okay.
And I travel a lot. And may I say this? Sometimes it's nice to not plan certain things and just get lost in a city.
Oh, I like that.
You know.
Hi, we're doing a podcast.
We're almost done.
It's a revolving door policy here. Just come in. People walking on the street, they just
Very
come in.
busy.
I love these questions, by the way.
This
is a good
There's
game.
one more.
Okay.
Well, there's a couple more, but I'm going to end on this one.
Okay.
You're at a restaurant and the food you get is beautiful. What do you do?
No, no, you're not allowed to just take a photo of every single.
Oh yeah,
Food
no.
that you
I
eat.
just tip high.
You
I
tip.
tip high.
You tip.
I tip,
Okay.
which
I will
millennials
go back.
apparently don't do as well. Did you know that?
Probably.
Millennials are
well, we
not
don't
known
have as much money.
Yeah, but you still got to tip. Millennials, you got to tip 20%, and 20% of the total, not the pre-tax bullshit.
Okay.
20% of the total. And
Okay.
how do you do that?
I have a tip calculator
You got
on my phone.
Wow.
Well, a lot of times
just
they'll
double
give
it,
you the
move the
thing.
decimal point.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think tips should be included.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's my point.
Well,
But
in Europe, they don't tip big, but I would not take a photo.
No.
And I have now, because I'm traveling on TripAdvisor, if I go to a place that I really like, I will write a review and say, this place is awesome.
a review. That's good. That
I
was
just
another
did a
answer I would
negative
come up
Yelp
with.
review.
Wow.
My first one, and I did it because it's this place that's nearby that I go to all the time called Fred 62.
Yeah,
it's
I've been there.
You didn't have a good experience.
I have been going there for years. I will
you-
continue to go there for years, but their food is so overpriced. It's ridiculous.
So you wrote a bad review.
I wrote that they're too hip for their own good.
I like that.
That's what I put. I'm like, just bring the prices down and get your waiters, get a manager. Fred 62, to
my
get
God.
the waiters
I
to
love that.
come and fill up my coffee. It's like I'm begging them to fill up my coffee.
I'm going to suggest that I take you there, and I'll just pay for it. How's that?
And you know what? They will all recognize you from Waverly Place, and I'll get extra good
They
service.
will.
We'll see about that. There is one thing, and I'm guessing that you're going to say that most people will take a
Yes.
photo and then put it out there. There's a great video of this guy who.
Jimmy Tatro.
Okay, so you know, and I know this.
No, I don't know.
People are taking a picture of their food, and he will put his full hand and ruin it as they're taking.
Oh no, I don't know that.
Who's Jimmy Tatro?
He's a funny guy that does YouTube and is now in movies and stuff. But he did a funny video where the food was pretty, and so then he's like, "All right," and he brought lighting in, cameras in, like, let's get the angle. And I thought that was the
No,
what
I
you're
saw
talking
that
about.
too. Where it was like a photo shoot with your pie.
Yeah,
you know?
I was in a Tylenol commercial years ago where I was, my kid was banging his pans, but I didn't care because I had just taken Tylenol.
Oh.
And so they shot that part in like an hour or 45 minutes. Then they spent the rest of the day. I take the Tylenol bottle and I put it down on the counter next to me.
That took hours.
They brought in lights. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. There was a special person to style how much of the label is shown. Like my hand. Oh, my God. I had to have a manicure.
It's amazing.
It was amazing.
I did
I
that with
believe it.
chips. They had special chips. They opened like 20 bags to get the perfect chips, and they had 10 that I was able to eat. And I was like,
And did you spit it out between takes?
No, I ate
Because
it.
you know they do that.
Yeah, spit bucket.
Spit bucket. So you just get
You
full.
said something earlier that is terrifying to me. That someone is a YouTuber, and now he does movies and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it used to be, you used to act and learn acting and work on it. Now you just make a video, and because you have a tremendous amount of
following.
hits, you're getting parts in movies.
But David,
where-
here's the thing. The number crunchers are finding that their people don't come. So when these
Really?
Yes, when these influencers are in a movie, they're in a movie, but none of their followers come. Very few of them come.
Interesting.
Because they don't watch movies. They watch Instagram.
They
So the
watch
guy was
YouTube.
big on Instagram, but he's not big on movies.
He was big on YouTube when I was in college. He went to U of A, and I had friends that went there, and they were like in some of his films. It was videos, and then he just blew up. Yeah,
We don't get to hear who he is.
Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro.
He has a show on Netflix.
Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro.
Jimmy Tatro.
Good for
say.
him, though. Good for him, because that's the way you do it.
That's the
That's
way you
the
do
way
it.
you do it now.
That's the
Put
way you do
yourself
it.
out there.
Yeah.
Chase, I feel like this show means a lot to you.
Oh my gosh.
You don't understand. She's
This is a
playing
big
it cool,
deal.
but
I'm
she's
playing it
funny.
cool,
She's playing it cool.
but you're very cool.
I appreciate that. And can you write? Can you tweet that to my kids, or can
Yeah.
you DM them?
Yeah, I will. Okay.
Chase,
And
anything
yes,
to wrap it up? What do you think?
Oh, I think I think you ended it beautifully. I think that's it.
And David, what are
my
your
name? David DeLuise on Instagram. Follow. Hello. Is this on Instagram? Hello.
No, you don't talk to it.
I love this show so. There you go. Done.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
My generation, baby.